Hello YouTube, I'm MC Go 101, and in today's video we're going to show you how to change a battery out in a motorcycle. This will apply to most sport touring bikes, sport bikes, cruising bikes, Harleys, you name it. So it's not a very hard job. My particular bike is a 2006 Yamaha Fz6. Doesn't have that much for mileage on it, like 16,000 kilometers. But yeah, so the whole process is actually fairly easy. I've went ahead and gotten started, but I'll show you what it took to do it. So you're going to have a couple plastics that need to be removed on my bike. So two Allen head bolts and a third one on the inside. Then you'll wiggle out the plastic. You'll do the same on the other side. You'll remove your seat. You'll unbutton your gas tank. And that will allow you to effectively get at the battery. So once you're able to do this, you want to be careful underneath. If there's any connectors or gas lines that are too tight, you want to maybe just pop the electrical connectors off. The fuel line should have lots of play. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prop it up with this little box here, so it gives me room to work. Just like so. Now, it's hard to see, but we're going to move you in. And I'm also going to get a trouble light. Alright, so we went ahead and set up a little workstation. We got our trouble light. As you can see right here, this is going to be your battery box, so where it's going to go. What you'll want to do is identify what wires and where those wires go. In my case, I had a larger relay connected to the positive, and also this connector was connected to the relay. Now on the negative side, there was a couple different little connectors. So we got your main battery, this little black one, and then this one as well. So those we're all going to tie into the negative side. Oh, and there's one more for the positive. Alright, so as long as you know which side each of those go on, you should be in good shape. So let's go get the battery and we'll place it in. Now the battery I went with is a Yuasa. It's got really good reviews, so I didn't want to take any chances and mess around with some knockoffs, so I went ahead and got the good stuff. Now this particular battery I had to fill with electrolyte. That's not a big deal. I already went ahead and did that. Okay, so there is a cover for your battery once you get it into place. At least on my bike anyway. Other bikes may be a little more easier to access, but not quite mine. This relay is going to sit on top of this battery protector. Just a couple plastic tabs. Now this harness plugs into that relay. Click that in. So we want to make sure we have all our negative wires and make sure we're ready to connect to the battery. Alright, so what I'm going to do is button down this battery protector first. Alright, so we now have our battery protector bolted in. Now, we're going to very carefully start hooking this battery back up. So on the positive side, I have one small and then the main positive terminal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the screw out of the battery. Because we want the best connection possible. So now I'm going to put the big positive on the terminal first, and then I'm going to put the little one on top of that. Now, holding it in place, we'll put the battery screw back in the terminal. And we'll tighten it up. Beautiful. I'm going to loosen it, reposition this off wire, and we'll get our cover back over it, and we'll tighten it back up. We want good strong connections on this, and we want to make sure all the wires are in their proper place, or at least out of the way, so they won't get pinched. Okay, now for the negative side, same thing. We're going to remove the screw. Now we're going to put the actual negative terminal on first, but just going to clean the wiring up first. So if you can see, this large one is your actual negative terminal, and then you'll have the little tiny connectors on the side. Okay. Yeah, once you get your main one in position, hold it, and we're going to put the other smaller cables on top of the main lead. Just kind of stack them. Then, when you're ready, you'll get your terminal screw. Now, before you tighten it down real snug, make sure there's no pinch in your wires. Nothing's getting tugged on too much. You want to make sure it's nice and snug. Excellent. So that battery is reinstalled. Now, for this job, there was a couple things I unhooked underneath the tank. So we're going to go ahead and reconnect them. Now, for me and my bike, it was only 2 harnesses, so it was pretty easy. Excellent. Now, let the tank down gently. Try not to scratch any of your nice paint. Beautiful. Now we're just going to go ahead, reinstall the seat, and put the fenders back on. Let's go ahead and do that now. Now on my bike, the tank bolts are 10 mils. Start by thread them in by hand. A lot less wrenching. All right, so we'll snug those up. Okay. All right, now once you get your inner head fender plastics back in, we'll go ahead and torque them down. And by torque, I mean just finger tight with the... And last but not least, your instrument cluster plastics. You don't want any kind of vibration out on the road. All right, and that is it. So yeah, folks, hopefully this helps somebody out. This is how I did my motorcycle battery change. If this helped you out, feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. We'll see you guys next time.